What up, peeps? So, today is August 28th. It's a Sunday. And I am making this video because I wanted to give hope and add value to women in waiting. I wrestled with making this video for about a year now, but I do know that I have a story and it is important for women to hear that. And I also know that there are women that need hope. And I just wanted to come on here for a quick second. I don't usually do this. This is totally out of my element. But I know it's needed. I just turned 39 on Friday, and my birthday has been amazing. This weekend has been amazing. My husband made sure that I was taken care of this weekend. I got a spa day from head to toe. That was great. My best friend took me out to hear some live music. And then my friends from work, my work besties, they're amazing. They spent my actual birthday with me. We did dinner and a movie. So I just had a great weekend. This was 39. It's not 40. So I didn't want to do too much, but I did want to enjoy my weekend. And my friends and my husband did a good job at that. And I know my mom is going to plan something. She always does. But I wanted to do this for my birthday because I turned 39, and my husband and I, this is just like a little bit of our story, just a little bit of our story. But we've been married for 8 going on 9 years. September 27th will be 9 years for us, and we still don't have any children. And so I wanted to make this video about the wait. Just waiting on that. And I know to the world, 39, oh, you're not going to be able to have a baby, or if you do, it's going to be complicated and all these different things the world wants you to be fearful for. And not really just the world, but the enemy likes to plant these seeds of insecurities and just steal your hope for the promises that you know God has given you. This glare on my glasses is driving me crazy. Excuse my face, no makeup, all that, but he wants to just steal that and have you in limbo with your emotions and the promises of God. And we all know that his promises are yes and amen, so we can rest on that. But anyway, like I said, I'm 39 and we don't have any children yet. And maybe we were diligently trying, like maybe like 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, we were really trying, and it just, I mean, everything that we did, I even did a couple rounds of infertility, and that was just pricey, and it was making me sick, and I was like, nah, I'm done with that. That ain't for me. So I was just like, God, you got to do something. But I went through all the steps. I went through being angry and being resentful and being mad at God and thinking something was wrong with me, then blaming my husband. It must be you because it ain't me, and just all these different things. And then you, in the church, you hear, the pastors that prophesy to you, by this time next year, you guys will be, having a car seat with you. And so you hold on to that. And I look back on that, and I know I was holding on to the promises of man and not the promises of God. And I had to learn that. And it wasn't until maybe 3 years ago that I really understood, like, hey, that God was like, I have the final say. And I knew I wanted to talk about this before either when I turned 40, if I didn't have any children, but I believe in God for whatever his time stamp is, not mine. I wanted to tell this story late in the game before we had children, because so many women give this story once they are pregnant, or, after they've had 2 or 3 kids, or maybe they've had a miscarriage and now they're pregnant, whatever the situation may be. And that's great. I'm not taking that away from them, but I wanted to give this snippet while I was waiting too. Like, I'm still waiting with y'all, with the other women that are waiting on children, and it may be grim. And I was diagnosed with PCOS maybe 5 years ago, and I've always wondered why I have the little hairs on my chin, and I was very self-conscious of that. But that's the only, and then my cycles weren't regular. you know. So I was like, that's why it's taking so long, because I don't have a regular cycle, or my hormones are, you know, all out of whack, and the doctors are telling me that I need to do all this stuff, and if I want to do it, I need to do it before this age, and all of these things. And I knew I wanted to, like I said, I knew I wanted to make this video, but what made me make it today is because my husband ministered today, and he talked about, I don't even remember the topic of the subject or exactly, I just know I got what I needed. And it was when he touched on the things that exalt themselves against the knowledge of God, and that's any sickness, any disease, anything that the world makes grand. We give so many of these sicknesses this big part of our lives that it just takes over, and we forget who God is and what he's capable of. And so I can now look, and I've denounced and removed PCOS from my life years ago, and you know, we just believe God is going to do what he's going to do when he's going to do it. There's nothing that Fred or myself can do that is going to expedite this situation. There's no praise grand enough to give God for him to move. It's just when he's ready. And I had to get to a place where I understood is when God says he's ready. And PCOS cannot exalt itself against the knowledge of my God and what he's capable of. So I just wanted to get on here and tell you ladies that are waiting to become moms, it doesn't matter how old you are. If you're diligently trying, just trust God. And don't get scared or don't be moved by the time or your age or the situation or the circumstance. I mean, I don't. I just know he's going to do it. I've seen our children. I've seen them. I've held them. I've seen my reaction to them. Like, he's shown me so much. And I challenge every woman that is watching this video, or every woman that this video reached, if there has been a time in your life where you were just like, this is taking too long, or I don't know if God is going to do it, I'm just going to forget about it. I don't even want kids anymore. I'm going to work out. I'm going to get my body together. I'm going to do me. When you did that, tell me in the comments, did God or did he not? Did he or did he not constantly keep it in front of you? Constantly remind you in a way that only you can understand. We have mentors in our life that are amazing, and they encourage us and they help us in our, you know, our finances and our walk through life in general. We were at a conference, a business conference. Now, nobody knows the name of my children but me and my husband and our parents and their godparents, okay? And like my closest friends know our children's name, okay? We're in a conference, never seen these two, and maybe this was last year. Never met these two people in my life. Is that a spider? Oh, okay, sorry, a little distracted. Never met them, but their daughters, they have two daughters, and their daughters' names are exactly what Fred and I are going to name our daughters. So it's moments like that where he just sends reminders that I got you. I hear you. I know that. I know how you feel. I know this. And he just sends reminders. Please tell me tell me about a time he's done that. Because I know he's done it, because he's done it to me several times. Several times. And it's crazy because I'll be like, well, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to work out. I'm going to get my body together. And honey, the gym is not for me. So it's just different things that happens, or different things that I experience that he constantly reminds me of the promise. He just does. I could be scrolling and I'll see pictures of twin girls, or he just doesn't. He doesn't let me forget. And I'm so grateful of that. And I used to get irritated by those reminders, but now I embrace them, because I know every time he does it, we're getting closer and closer. And now we're in a place where we have a bigger home, so he can feel it. You know, we're positioning ourselves and we're growing ourselves to be ready for what we're asking him for. So I would are you ready for what you're asking him for? If not, get ready. And don't let the world hinder that. Like, I can't afford to get what I want to get, because yeah, you can't, but he can. You go in God confidence when you don't have it. And if you feel like this is just a weak moment and this is not your strong suit. It's in our weakness that he's strong. When we're weak, we don't have time to be in his way. We don't have the strength or the mental capacity to stand in his way so he can work. If you ever find yourself where you're just like, Lord, I can't take it anymore. I can't do this. And this is just too much or it's too stressful. And then he does something. He does something miraculous. And you're just like, oh my God. Like, oh my God, he did that for me. Because you was out of the way. And that's talking to me too. Like there's been plenty of times where I've been in the way. And I just got to a place where I don't want to stand in the way anymore. It's hard to be right here and take all these blows. I can't. And so in my weakness, he was strong and he stood up. And so now I am strong enough to wait. Not because I'm about to be waiting 2 and 3 and 4 or 5 years, but because I understand and I know what I have access to. I know what my inheritance is. I know who he is for me and I know who my father is. So it helps me know who I am. And so I just wanted to encourage you while we're waiting, because I'm waiting with you, that rejoice in that wait. Be grateful in that wait. Gain your strength in the wait. And just watch God move. You're believing God for one baby. Maybe he's strengthening your body to bring in 2 at one time. You just never know. But I can't wait for the day where I get to look back on this video. And I believe that this is just the first of many videos that comes out in regards to this matter, in regards to infertility, in regards to this. And I'm not the type to go out and search all these different methods. And I'm sure there's women that may jump in the comments on things that you can do or what you should do. And I'm like, man, I'm trusting God. And I'm going to rest in that because it's the easiest thing to do. There's no money involved. You ain't got to pay no doctors to do. And I'm not speaking against that. If you have the finances and you can do that, then by all means. But I'm talking to those women that don't have that they don't have no choice but to wait. Hey, that's the easiest thing to do. When we wait on the Lord, he renews our strength. And he can move and he can operate. Because we're just waiting on his direction, on what he wants us to do. So I hope that this video has added value to somebody that's given a woman that's in her early 40s or even late 40s hope. There is nothing that God can't do. And stop allowing the world's, I guess, program to make you forget what God is capable of. And I know there's other things. And I mean, just keep yourself healthy. Drink plenty of water. Take prenatal vitamins. I don't know. Like, there's minor things that you can do. But to be honest, at the end of the day, just trust God and watch him do the miraculous. Watch him perform miracles. Watch him do it. I mean, I've seen videos where women that have had their tubes tied, burnt, and clipped, and they still, because God is God. And the doctors don't have an answer for that because they don't have the final say. And I just trust that. And then don't be fearful. You get pregnant late. You're gonna make it through that pregnancy. You're gonna get to see your kids grow up. You're gonna get to spend all that time with him. Just continue to trust God with them, him, her. I don't know what you're gonna have. I don't know exactly what's coming first. My son, my daughters. I don't know. But I just know that God is gonna do it. And I look forward to the time where I'm able to sit here and share this video with you guys again, with my kids in my arms, or with y'all hearing them in the background. Like, I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen for me. And because of that, I can say it's going to happen for you. We've prayed for several women that we know that are right now, today, pregnant and due. And a few years ago, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I would have had an attitude about that. But I can rejoice and pour into them because it's just seeds that I'm sowing for me. And it's not... And they get to see the love of God, because sometimes when women are in the fight with you and they become pregnant before you, if you're not in the right place, you can hinder their excitement because they'll feel like they need to be quiet about celebrating their blessing. No, rejoice with them and be genuine about it. You know what I mean? Don't be fake about it, but rejoice in them, because you're going to find so much liberty in that. Those are seeds that you're sowing, so that when it's your time, people are just going to pour into you because they just want to, because you've done it so freely for somebody else. So that's all I wanted to say. I did not expect this video to be this long, but it is now almost, it's like 16 minutes long. But I just wanted to get on here and share that, like, just be comfortable in your weight and watch God bless beyond measure, and just receive that and put the vision in front of you. Put it on a vision board. Don't be afraid to share that, and you start to build your own faith. When you wake up in the morning and you put that stuff on. But my husband is locking in from training, and I don't want him asking me a whole bunch of questions about what I'm doing. But I just wanted to share that. I love y'all, and I can't wait to hear the testimonies that come from this, that come after this video. Y'all be blessed.